Welcome back to PCTV News. I'm Jackson Edwards.
And I'm Timothy Rokoff. Today is Wednesday, April 10th.
Some exciting news for our journalism program. The Pirate Press won 15 awards, including the All-Missouri Award for our broadcast, the highest award the state gives out.
The yearbook also received multiple All-Missouri recognitions for their submissions.
For those of you who have ordered one, the yearbook is now finished and will be distributed on the seniors' last day, May 10th.
The spring athletics signing is tonight at 6 p.m. Coach Middleton has sent out more information through email, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. Also, show up to support fellow Pirates.
For any seniors who have not yet attended CPR training, there will be more sessions every Thursday through the rest of the month. A reminder that this is a requirement and is needed for graduation.
Seniors also have a class meeting on April 16th at 11 a.m.
Juniors have the opportunity to earn $10,000 in scholarships through the Aspiring Entrepreneurship Award. If you're interested, make sure to submit both the handwritten application and the online form. Any questions you have can be directed towards Miss Murphy.
Last Friday, the school held its annual Arrive Alive event.
It's that time of year again when PCHS starts preparing for their annual Arrive Alive event. With anticipation high, people most likely wonder, what is Arrive Alive?
So Arrive Alive is just like the day before prom, the Friday, and just like spreads awareness about drunk driving, distracted driving, and just like wear your seatbelt and stuff like that.
Arrive Alive, it's an annual event here at Platte County High School where we talk to students about responsible and safe driving practices really related to impaired driving and responsible driving.
It's mainly for our juniors and seniors. We do it right before prom, but we have included our freshmen and sophomores into a portion of it.
So I think it can benefit a lot of students in different ways and just being more cautious and making smart decisions.
So this year in particular, we do not have a guest speaker. We're doing a mock crash, but the mock crash will only be for the juniors and seniors.
Arrive Alive isn't just all fun, though. It has had some serious real-world implications.
So we've actually had kids in the past who have said that they wore their seatbelt because of that programming. In particular, we had a student, he's graduated, but he was in a car accident the week after, and he had a seatbelt on. He said he never wore a seatbelt prior to that, and they said if he hadn't had it on, he might not be here today. So it does, even if it just saves one kid, it can be impactful, I think. Yeah.
Director of Student Services, and I'm the former principal of this high school. We have a very significant demand for driver's ed, so we partnered with the Missouri Department of Transportation and the Platte County Health Department to write a grant to get a driver's ed simulation to help students learn more about safe driving in a safe environment, a simulator. So this is a product of a partnership between three organizations to help bring a different level of expertise and experience to the district.
A special thanks to Coach Oots for letting us use the football team's drone.
We hope you all had a good time during Arrive Live and prom and remembered to drive safe.
For some local news, elections have recently been held, and Steve Hager is now the newly elected Platte City Mayor.
Garen Bryant and Matt Crane have been elected to the district school board.
A new tax levy law was passed, which will support raises to teachers' salaries in our district.
In Kansas City, the tax for the new stadium was not passed, meaning that there will be no change in the Royals or Chiefs stadiums at this time, as they continue to work on next steps.
A few of our journalism students got a chance to attend a national convention as it was hosted here in Kansas City. Here's Addie Bonsignor with more information.
This weekend, students from the Pirate Press got a chance to visit the JEA convention here in downtown Kansas City. We spoke to some journalists about the conferences and sessions they attended.
Journalism means freedom of expression. I love expressing myself and my interests through journalism, and that's why I feel like I found my place here.
It is important in a society, in a democratic society especially, to have quality, trustworthy journalism.
Our teacher really loved the convention last year at San Francisco, and she thought it was a great opportunity for us in our class to learn more about journalism and where we can go with our skills.
So the last session I just attended was the hip hop and literacy session. That was really great, just not necessarily listening to the music, but understanding the lyrics as well that they're saying, and how rappers, but not only rappers, but how they're just tying things that's having current events that's going on into their music.
It was just a really nice experience, and it was overall just really fun. We ate at one of my favorite places, Fritz's, which I always love seeing the train come down through the tracks and just dropping your food off. I think it's just a really neat experience.
If you are thinking about getting into journalism, the best thing I could say is people do journalistic things every day and don't realize it. When you're talking to a friend and asking them about their day, that's journalism. You know, you're getting practice interviewing skills. If you want to kind of, there's something in journalism for everyone.
I would say don't give up immediately. It took me over a year to really find my place exactly, so it's going to take some time, but once you find your place, you'll be really good to go.
We are so grateful for the opportunity that we had to attend the JEA convention. Be on the lookout for any changes that we implement to make our program better.
I was able to attend the convention and it was super fun. I was able to get a few new ideas that I hope we can use to improve our weekly broadcasts.
Last week, course selections took place, so if you haven't picked your classes for next year, make sure you pick them immediately. And remember, just because you picked the class doesn't mean you will get it.
Juniors, it is a time to apply for the Got character traits. If you think you fit into one of the 12 traits, make sure to sign up by May 1st.
Seniors, if you still need to collect your graduation invitations, cap and gown, you need to stop by the front office to collect those as soon as possible.
On April 16th, our boys volleyball team will be playing at Smithville, so make sure to show up and cheer them on to victory.
They don't have any home games, so this is the closest you'll get to see them in action.
For our last story, one of our teachers has an interesting pastime, so we decided to ask him more about it.
This is Mr. Keith, a teacher and marathon runner. We are curious as to what got him into running and how many marathons he has run. Here's what he has to say.
There's a lot of reasons, but it started out as something that I did because I had just had 2 little kids and I needed something that I could do early in the morning. I previously played a lot of basketball and tennis, and that was something that wasn't working out with 2 little kids at home very well. So started running in the mornings just to get some exercise, and then became obsessed, and the rest is history. So I think I have run 9 marathons. I've also run quite a few what they call ultra marathons, so it's longer than a marathon. I've done 5 50Ks. I did my first 50-mile race this year, so I would say around 20 total events that would be either marathons or a little bit longer. Yeah, I actually have a lot of tips because there's a lot of people that are intimidated by the idea of running. I don't run very fast. I just walk out the door and go. And I think a lot of people feel like they need like a training plan, or they need like all this knowledge or advice, or they need to be fast, or they need to be in shape already, or whatever. And that can't be further from the truth. There's a lot of like really good runners that started out by, like their long run was, from here to the next light pole, and then they would walk, and then, they would jog again when they could. And then eventually, the next time they went for a run, they jogged a little further and walked a little bit less. And so I think the key thing is just getting started. Like don't be intimidated by just starting.
Thank you, Mr. Keith, for giving us your time and advice. For PCTV News, I'm Jake Diano.
That is an impressive commitment. I shouldn't run that much.
That's it for us today. We hope you enjoyed, and remember, it's always a great day to be a pirate.